Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bonsai Craft. This is episode 1 on the Bonsai Craft server, and I am your host, Coral Bonsai. So, last time we left off, this whole area around us was covered in trees and about 2 levels higher in dirt. I took the liberty of chopping down the trees, clearing out some area, and as you can see, I made a nice little flat ground. It's quite nice looking at it now, because where I started was a daunting task of thinking about building a city here. I didn't think it would be possible until now. I'm excited to say, though, after knocking it down, that it looks like I can actually start building here soon. So, hopefully you guys also enjoy the way this looks, and I apologize if you don't, because, sometimes that might happen. As you can see right here in front of me, I've got a nice level space that should be about the size of a Minecraft chunk. Now, if you guys don't know, a Minecraft chunk is a 16 by 16 block area. I definitely have that here, and I've already started a chest where I want to put my first building. I've got a ton of cobblestone in here that I've collected and gathered so we can start building, because I did the math, and it's going to take about 60 pieces of cobblestone just to do one outside level. I've already took the liberty of gathering up some resources, as you can see on the screen. I have some iron tools, few stone tools, and a couple odds and ends that I've gathered along the way, like food, dirt, wood, and an extra crafting bench. Oh, I also managed to find these leather boots while I was fishing, gathering some food, so that was a pretty nice find too. Right here in front of me, as you can see, since I've been doing so much stuff, gathering, collecting, cutting down, and terraforming, I built a cute little starter home. It's nothing much, but it gets the job done of keeping me dry while it rains and safe while it's dark. Over here, I've got a nice little campfire that I set up, because campfires in this game are amazing. They're literally a no-fuel resource for cooking your food. Literally, you make it once, you never have to add anything. You pop on 4 pieces of food on each corner, and it cooks it real nice and quick for you. It's awesome, and I'm so glad that they added them into the game. Like, you can't believe how stupidly easy these things are to make. Plus, they've got this awesome smokestack, so you can see wherever your house is from a far distance. Alright, off to the inside of my house, however. I've got this cute little bed here, so that way I can stay safe at night, a blast furnace in front of me. I've got a few chests loaded up with all my earthly goods, like iron, dirt, sand, cobblestone, and a few other stuff, like coal. Yeah, as you can see, I've stacked up on quite a bit of iron. I apologize for this awkward video, by the way. Okay, this chest here has all the stuff I've gotten from chopping down the trees, plus some extra torches. I've also got a pufferfish and some food in here, along with all my mob drops. I even managed to catch my hands on a few phantom membranes, simply because of the fact that I got lucky enough to kill them. I have a ton of rotten flesh, even though I don't want it, but, that's what the new drowns. Okay, as I was saying, my blast furnace is awesome because I can use it to cook up all of my iron real quick. Then I've got this chest here with my tools that I've been using in my fishing rod for getting me food. I managed to land my hand on a trident. I also got an ender pearl and a gold bar, all from mining mining. I was killing different mobs, and I happened to kill an enderman, which was a funny story because it was raining at the time. I hit it one time and it died because of all the damage it took from the rain. The gold ingot I got from a drown, which was an awesome catch since I didn't expect that to happen. Then, over here, as you can see, I've set up a small little garden, if you want to call it. This is just a chest full of all my seeds, my stone hole, and all my different saplings I've collected. I've also got a bone in here, so that way I can try and make some bone meal to make these things grow quicker. I don't really know how that's going to work, though, since I'm not really farming for bones. But, that's what the composter right next to it's for. So I get too many seeds, I can just pitch them over there. But over here, over here's the real catch. Like, I was so happy when I found this. Oh, let's just take care of this guy real quick. There we go. Okay, so right here, I made a strip mine. Now, I only did this, that way I could gather up some cobblestone. I figured I'll wait until later to actually do like an hour-long mining session and see what happens, see what I can gather up. Well, anyways, I got down to the level of diamonds right here. I found this gold. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I love gold. And then all of a sudden I realized, hey, there's a giant like opening right here. What the heck? I thought I hit a normal cave system, but as you can see by that little fence post there, and as you can see from over here, I didn't just find a cave system. I found a legitimate mine shaft. I found a Minecraft mine shaft. Do you guys realize how much stuff I could get in here? So I'll definitely have to mine this stuff up with you guys later and see what all we can find in it. But for now, I'm going to get off to mining. Okay, so I am back from mining. I gathered up some more cobblestone. I filled this chest in here, so now we've got some more stuff to work with. And as you can see, I actually started making some progress on this. I apologize, all of this stuff done was supposed to be on camera, but the software that I have recently downloaded to help me do all of this, I'm still trying to learn how to use it, and it doesn't want to work very well. Well, with further ado, this is the foundation for what will become our little skyscraper. It is a 16 by 16 chunk, which was my goal. It's a lot bigger than I expected, but at the same time the inside's a little bit smaller than I expected. I'm hoping though that I can do this in here where I've got this dirt path as like an inside wall. So these walls will actually be 3 blocks thick, and this inside gap right here will be like a fancy little way that I can do some redstone stuff like lighting and switches and automatic doors, some cool little stuff. So hopefully it all works. I'm gonna go make sure that I'm actually recording, and if I am, I'll be right back. Okay, so thankfully it did record what I wanted it to record, and that's pretty awesome, but I just noticed that my game volume is like really loud on the recording, so I'm actually gonna go into my settings here. I'm gonna lower that down for you guys so you don't have to listen to the super loud volume, and hopefully it helps fixing it by dropping it down almost all the way. Let's try and get these on 10. 11's just a weird number. There we go. Okay, so back to what we were doing. So this is the setup that I have right now. My plan is, if I take these all up 4 levels for the walls, I'm not going to deal with windows right now. I'll put those in a little bit, as I don't really know where I want them to be. Kind of depends on what the room layouts are. But a Minecraft chunk would be 16 blocks by 16 blocks, and that can go as tall as you want, but I figure I'll start simple and make a 16 block tall structure. So it's going to be a giant cube, which might feel like it's going to be weird, but I'm going to start small for now. I might actually make it 32 blocks tall. And my hope is if I do 4 block tall rooms or floors, then I'll be able to cram 8 rooms into one section, or into this building, because I'll have 16, 2 of them is 8, so yeah, if I make it 16 tall, I'll have 4 rooms. So if I make it 32 blocks tall, I'll have a total of 8 rooms, which is plenty tall enough for what I want to do. Especially since that top room is going to be a pretty cool looking penthouse I'm hoping to get done. That's going to be a little bit daunting because I don't really know how I want to go about doing that, but I'm excited to see what I can do with it. I'm thinking that this first structure here that I get done building is mainly going to be a home for eventually filling in with villagers, but right now it's a temporary structure. So I'm going to use it for putting all of my automatic farms and different crafting stations in here. Just so that way it's easier for me to get around in this world without having to constantly go back and forth and back and forth. Whoops. And even though this isn't the prettiest of structures, since it's going to be made mainly out of cobblestone, which I know isn't the prettiest of block, but I like the looks of it at least. I figured though I might take to calling this place the Cobblestone Corner, or Cobbled Corners, since it's going to be a little apartment complex for all of our villagers, and you know, they don't really care what they live in. I mean, have you seen their clothing? They can barely speak. But I did figure for the penthouse style, I'll jazz it up since we got this nice ocean view. Go get some sand and bring it back along here and make a cool little beachfront. I thought that that would be a nice touch for right here. I could maybe even make a nice little dock or a little pier going off into the water. Maybe somehow connect it up to my nether portal. So, for now though, I'm going to get working on getting the first floor of this done. So I'll catch you when I get more progress done on that. Okay, so I'm not going to lie, when I started this project, I was being a little bit ambitious on everything that I wanted to do. But after I started playing around with this and looking at it, I actually think that I'm really enjoying where this build is going. I think that looks pretty nice now that I've gotten the 4 layers up and I've started working on a floor for up here. I still think I'm going to try and leave this gap right here so I can try and do some stuff behind the scenes, especially since I'll be kind of running all of these. But inside, it's starting to take off as I've started to make the first lobby area. I figured since the outside is made of cobblestone and it's going to be home to villagers, which are pretty simple-minded, I'd go with a simple-minded palette on the inside using some planks, some logs, and some cobblestone. I thought that it would make a nice little group for the inside. I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is replace all this dirt with logs to go along here, and then do some simple oak planks across the wall here. Maybe mix in a few other things, like finding spots for windows and whatnot. But overall, I'm really thinking that this is going to come along nicely. So, I'm going to finish putting in all the logs in here, try and find out what I'm going to do with a door here, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I get done. Okay, so I've been working on this a little bit longer now, and I've almost got this first floor completely done. And I just wanted to give a quick progress update, as I'm really thinking this is coming along nicely with this wooden interior. And you know, I wasn't sure about doing these 3-block wide walls, and I'm still not 100% sure, but I do kind of like the way it looks with a full glass pane in the middle of it. I've got a nice little desk that I've set up here for the front desk, you know, so that way when people walk in I can greet them and go hello and give them whatever it is they're asking for, along with a door, which I'm hoping to make a nice little like place for myself so I can go up or down. And then I've got this nice little floor right here that's set up, looking pretty spiffy if I do say so. Hopefully it'll look nice when I get all said and done with it. But for now, I guess I'll see you when I finish it. Alright guys, so I finally finished the floor, and I really have to say I like how this turned out. I like using the logs next to planks to make cool little patterns in the floor like this, because you know, in a way they're subtle. I also have come to the conclusion that I still really hate it when it rains in Minecraft. Like, I mean, just look at this. It's literally so loud, and it serves no purpose whatsoever. But either way, I'm happy that I managed to finish this floor, and especially just in time, as I think that's about all we have time for today. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoyed watching the first episode of Bonsai Craft, and I'll catch you guys next time.